Now to get real, and earlier in this program, we ran a soundbite from a press conference that took place on Friday where a reporter actually takes Nancy Pelosi to task and questions why she's now willing to move forward with desperately needed stimulus relief package for millions of Americans that are struggling thanks to the COVID pandemic and ensuing draconian lockdown orders when she wouldn't just a few weeks ago. In case you missed that clip, here it is again.
You did not like that piece of legislation. What has shifted now when they're on board with this piece that's come out of the Senate?
Perhaps you missed what I said earlier. Joe Biden, that is a total game changer. A new president and a vaccine. So there's nothing to, these are different. What was then before was not more of this. This has simplicity. It's what we've had in our bills. It's for a shorter period of time. But that's okay now because we have a new president.
You heard it. Because we have a new president. First of all, not yet, Nancy, but for you to admit that you were waiting to see what happened with the election while millions of American families and business owners are struggling is absolutely disgusting. You disgust me.
Well, good morning again, YouTube. Still JT from Serenity Farms prepping here. So, what you saw in the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of this video is how far the Democrat Party and Pelosi are willing to go to get their way. Make no mistake, she holds the gavel, apparently is still in control of the rest of the party, but they agree with what she just did to the American people. They are completely on board. Because libtards, if you haven't figured it out by now, you never will, those elites that you follow blindly and obediently and swallow every word they take as the truth, they could care less about you. You are a useful idiot. And if they get their way, your usefulness will be all used up. What happens when people have things they no longer need? What do they do with them? Yeah, that's what you are. So, in October, President Trump offered up a $1.8 trillion stimulus package. I don't know where that money was coming from, but I'm making the point that he offered more than double what Pelosi is now putting forth at $908 billion. You heard the sole reason for her turning down in October financial relief for people struggling to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, pay their bills, feed their children, keep their businesses afloat, pay their employees, basically survive. The reason she gave? Joe Pedo Biden is now the president. So I'm willing to accept less because she still got what she wanted. And I don't know, she mumbles so incoherently. I don't know if it's the drugs or the alcohol affecting her cognitive abilities or if she just doesn't have any. But she, topic to topic to topic, sentence to sentence, never finishes one. Between her and Biden, they couldn't read a fairy tale. All right. But it just shows you the willingness and desire to crush the American people, collapse the American economy, and bring in their globalist utopia, one world cabal, enslaving us all. Now, I am told that this particular stimulus package will not include the $1,200 individual checks like the first one. I am investigating that. Maybe it's going to be dispensed in another way or form. I don't know. I would be curious to see what that may be, seeing as the people needed money yesterday. So I'm sure there'll be millions and millions, if not billions, of waste and socialist pork barrel items in this bill. The politicians on both sides cannot pass a $10 spending bill without $8 of pork in it. Be nice just for once that everything they did was just for the people instead of for their people. So, libtards, do you remember Plastic Pelosi standing in front of her $25,000 refrigerator eating $24 a pint ice cream while you were having mac and cheese? Or maybe you remember Nancy Fancy Pants slinking into a hair salon without a mask, getting her hair done on a regular basis, while you weren't allowed to go get yours cut. Didn't hear a peep out of you liberal hypocrites during this time. Any of the occurrences of all your leaders mandating unconstitutional edicts upon you, and then them literally within the same day doing exactly the opposite as they have ordered you to do. At what point does this not have some type of fusion in your little tiny brains? Apparently none. If you could see through your hatred, racism, bigotry, phobias, and anti-Americanism for 10 minutes one day, it's a lot to ask, I know. It's why over half of America wants nothing to do with you idiots. You apparently don't care how much you suffer as long as President Trump is removed and us evil Bible thumping, gun toting basket of deplorable chumps suffer. That makes perfect sense to me. Yep, your rationality is about as irrational as it gets. I just wanted to remind you all of the overt and blatant hypocrisy that you spew out onto the rest of us every day. And yet, you're the first ones to complain when something doesn't go your way. And usually, always as a direct result of your puppet masters playing games. You have no clue what is coming if this election fraud goes south. But you will. There's choices to be made right now. At this time, you're making all the wrong ones. See that your Democrat-supported terrorist group, Antifa, has made a threat today against the president. And I paraphrase the quote. "We are armed and coming for you, Mr. President. You have until Sunday to concede." End quote. Well, here's a little reminder. There are tens of millions of true patriotic Americans that are ready to answer that call. After 12 years of being maligned, slandered, libeled, assaulted, and murdered by your ilk, it's up to here. We don't need to be woke. We've always been woke. Choose wisely. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. For now, Jake T, signing off.